U.S. politics now, and really depending on which poll you read, either the race for the White House is getting tighter or Barack Obama is pulling away. What is certain is that the Obama campaign received a real boost with the endorsement of former U.S. Secretary of State Colin Powell. To discuss the significance of the move, we're joined by Solon Simmons, an assistant professor at George Mason University. Mr. Simmons, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Marci.
So how much of an impact does a Powell endorsement have?
Well, usually endorsements are not clear in their impact because people know how they're going to vote or they can make up their own minds. But this one is important because the main campaign strategy of the McCain camp has been to question Barack Obama's identity. And in a period of questioning, you want to look to someone who might know. Colin Powell is the kind of figure that many people respect, and so he can step in and provide that assurance to the typical voter. And he really does carry that gravitas that he brought with him as Secretary of State, and so I think that he may well be a very important voice in this last open moment of the campaign.
John McCain, quick to respond, saying that he has got several secretaries of state that are supporting him, several people in the military, commanders, that kind of thing. But if you're John McCain and your friend of 25, 30 years, Colin Powell, goes on national television and says, you know what, love you, John, but can't support you, how are you doing this morning?
Yeah, it's not a great thing to happen, and it's tough when you've got 4 Republican secretaries of state on your side and one that is not. I mean, this is a crossover. Remember, he was a Republican and helped sell the war on terror at the United Nations. So this is a very important figure. And in some ways, John McCain's strategy has boiled down to moving forward with Joe the plumber, and now Barack Obama can go forward with Colin Powell. And in that race, I think Colin Powell might win the day.
Because that solidifies the vote in the center, the independents, you think?
It does, yeah. The independents who are really up for grabs. You know, the race issue, I think, is only going to work now with hardcore Republicans. Many people have already sorted out on that. And so what we have now is a fight for the center or the fight for the moderates. The center are those who want to stay right where they are in the middle. The moderates might be happy with a liberal, but they want moderate means. And that's a big distinction, and I think that the Democrats are going to have to decide which of their party is going to win out, the center or the moderates. But Colin Powell is that moderate who is right of center, and I think it suggests that the moderates are winning the day.
One of our Globe and Mail columnists here in Canada, Margaret Wente, wrote a piece in the paper on the weekend, and she said, really, this U.S. election isn't about the audacity of hope. It's not about electing the first black president. It's about America being on the ropes. If Obama becomes the president of the United States, will he have a tanking economy to thank?
Well, he's going to have 2 wars and the prospect of a Great Depression. That's tough. But when you step into the presidency, if you want to become a great man, you want to step into a situation which is tough and you want to fix it. And so Barack Obama has a wonderful opportunity. We're going to learn the measure of the man if he wins over the next 4 years.
Mr. Simmons, pleasure to talk to you. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.